Let's do 3 Om together. Om. Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Salutations to the Guru. May the Guru open my eyes with the collyrium of knowledge. So this sloka says that the Gurus can open our eyes. He can give us the grace to understand. We can read many books. We can read Bhagavad Gita 1,000 times, but only the grace of the Guru will give you the meaning, the subtle meaning of Bhagavad Gita. And he will give you by his grace, and his grace is subtle and will open your subtle eyes. Now we are here every Monday. We invoke Shiva Tattva, the Shiva principle in Guruji, which is opening our third eye. So in the same way, Guruji will come to you and will reveal you the subtle meaning of Bhagavad Gita, of the Shastras, of the sacred texts, of Guru Gita also, Srimad Bhagavatam. He will give you the vision. And there is a very beautiful satsang of Swami Parantapa saying how Guruji gave him the vision of Krishna, of Lord Krishna. I have many experiences I will start sharing with you. Guruji recently said we have to share, to give more to people. He encourages us to share more. So I already shared with you how Guruji made me speak Hindi in India. And it was not the language, because that is grammar, okay? Grammar. If you just put yourself in the situation, you learn a new language. You have to learn so much and make so many exercises. I'm a languages teacher. I speak several languages I learned at school. But when Guruji gave me the grace, he said, go to Kumbh Mela in India alone, find some Indian friends. And hopefully I didn't know that I had to speak Hindi there. I felt I was dying. I was resurrecting, rising again. And I started to see. Guruji will give you visions, will open your eyes to see. It's not only about understanding. And I will give you other two experiences. I will tell you briefly, because I will need time, and I'll prepare a series about my life, and you are welcome also to see that. It will be private at the beginning because I don't want to just go immediately out. I want to share with people. But this is how it happened. It was the sacred bath on 15 January 2019. And just the day before, I was feeling like dying, and I was even thinking if maybe Guruji sent me to India to die there near Ganga, to be put there. I was really starting to ask myself why I'm there. And people around me were speaking only Hindi, and Guruji didn't tell me that I would be alone there. And I started to see what people were saying. I was knowing some words, so whatever I was knowing a little bit from Indian movies, because I used to speak Bollywood Hindi. In the movies you have many expressions, but it's all about love, so this I was knowing. My heart is Indian, my heart is mad, or something like this. And there, with whatever I was knowing, with whatever I was seeing and with whatever I was understanding from the upper part of myself that Guruji was activating, I could understand. And then next day I started to speak. So this is like so mystical. It's even difficult to talk about that. And I had two other experiences which were the same. So first Guruji told me 3 times, you speak Hindi, you speak Hindi. Every time he was meeting me in the ashram, he said, Swamini, are you going to India? Yes. Do you speak Hindi? I said, no. Yes, you speak Hindi. You speak Hindi. And I was like, wow, Guruji thinks I speak. I have to buy a book. I bought a book and I started to study. And I did like the first lessons. My name is, I am French. The samosas are good. The jalebi are very tasty. Give me some chai. And I stopped there. I could not move on. And after a while in the manual, you have only Hindi writing. So you don't have English anymore. You don't have transcription. And it's like, wow, that is too much for me. And I was not into that at all. I could not read properly. I could read some letters because at the beginning of the manual, you have to do calligraphy of letters. It's another alphabet. You have to learn everything like a baby. And it was too much for me. And this happened in India. He just opened my mind to that. And it's a little bit like being mad. Like now I see and then I understand. And then I'm not sure what I understand. People were also like, oh, she understands. We will just speak forever to her. And then at some moment, the beginning until this channel was like, adjusting itself. And this is Guru's grace. This is why we say, we can learn everything, like theoretical by ourselves. Yes, we can put many ideas, but the experience of it's the grace of the Guru. Fully. He can open your mind. You can see Arjuna on the battlefield. You can see more than what is in the book. You can feel it. You can be there. And since then, Guruji opened so much in many parts of what I'm studying. So I will tell you all this progressively. I also cannot tell you like this. It's not a story. I also don't know when I will talk about this. But just know that Guruji's grace is such that He comes in our dreams. How many dreams you had? Remember your dreams. Cherish that. He really was there with you. And during the night, He is in everyone's dream. Imagine. So next day, when you see people talking on Telegram, everyone had a dream. I had this dream, and every day I see devotees, and I read messages. Swamini Guruji came in my dream. Guruji came in my dream. Almost every night we have dreams. We see Him. Maybe you don't remember. So He is there with you. He's giving you that at a moment when your mind is calm, because our worst enemy, Bhagavad Gita says as well, it's our mind. Our mind can be our best friend, can really serve the Guru like Hanuman was serving Ram. He is at the feet of the divine consciousness, of our divine consciousness that is represented by the Guru outside. Because we cannot see ourselves, but we can see Him. Maybe sometimes we can't listen to our voice, but we can listen to the Guru outside who will remind us about ourselves. So the mind has to be the servant of the Lord. And if the mind is not the servant, the mind is the boss. The mind will say, I know better. No, I don't need a Guru. I don't need this. I'm the best I know, even if others tell me I'm not. So very, very important to see how the mind is sabotaging this. And you have the self-sabotage as well. I'm not good enough. All these things that you are repeating. This comes from the part of your mind that has to be disciplined, that has to be brought into this surrendering. And at one moment of our life, our mind understands that there is something beyond it. And something beyond is the Guru. It's Paramatma. And something beyond ourselves, it's our Atma. But our Atma's voice, is there subtle. And sometimes we can't listen to it. But we can listen to the Guru, to Paramatma, to the embodiment of Paramatma outside us. We can hear his voice, which is bringing us to ourselves. So it is very important to start Bhagavad Gita because the slokas are in Sanskrit, which is a divine language. Hindi, it's called Deva. It comes from Devanagari. It's the language of the Devas. So it's at the basis, it's very spiritual. Sanskrit, it's the language of gods. And when you do mantras, you work on your breathing. It improves your breathing. There's so many subtle truths into it. Okay, so for the moment, in this introductory session to our Bhagavad Gita, let's just surrender and remember a moment when Guruji showered his grace on us. Okay, so go into your heart. Let's inhale again. Let's go in our heart. Visualize the feet of the Lord are there, the feet of the Guru are there, the padukas, whatever it is for you, the feet of the Lord. And when you exhale, just surrender. I don't know how I will do it, but I know you are with me. You will make it happen through me. I'm not the doer. You are the doer. And even if I can't surrender, I even surrender that impossibility to surrender to you. Inhale again, open up, exhale, go into your heart. Inhale again, go into your heart and set the intention for today. Today again we will have Guru Gita, we will have amazing bhajans, we will have puja, abhishekam, all these powerful moments that will help you so much, will generate an energy which can carry your wishes at the feet of the Lord. So set the intention, your sankalpa for today. What do you want? Why are we meeting here? Is it just for the miracle of the lingams, or also do we need more? What obstacles are there that we want to be removed from our life? What do we want? Guruji always asks, what do you want? What do you want? And I made the satsang yesterday, which I can just remind, give a gist of that a small summary. And it was on the subject, when the journey begins, the path appears. And I will let you listen to that. I will give you the link meanwhile, and on the group. It's like this: if you don't commit fully, and it's not only about being devotee, Bhagavad Gita, about spiritual path, even in your life, if you don't commit fully, you don't see where you have to go. You don't see the next steps. It's like, you have a guardian, a watchman there, like the Cerber, the Sphinx. You cannot enter into the pyramid of knowledge, and if you don't commit, you are not serious. It's like a job, you go and take a job, and then you go in your office and you are just there, not knowing exactly what to do, it's losing time. But if you commit sincerely and you start something, whatever, in your relationship, in your work, for your health also, if you have to improve your health, everywhere we have to commit strongly. And when you commit, you see clearly where you have to go. It's just the path is, you see the path in front of you, the next steps. Now, if we start Bhagavad Gita today, what I will see next? Yes, we have to continue that. So next time I will come, I will know we have to do a sloka. Even if I'm not there, we will do something, a reminder about that. Because it's like a commitment, How we will do it when? I was in the jungle and every day I was giving Bhagavad Gita satsangs online, every day. And I was in the jungle. And when I came back to France, it was okay, now today. And people were like, oh, when I came back, it was like, okay, she's there, Swami is there, we are busy. And then, of course, if people are busy, then I also do something else. And the energy went down. So we have to keep that fire, nourish that fire, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Remember, like sadhana. Guruji said recently, just love, if you don't practice sadhana one day, then you'll not practice next day, and then 1 month will go and you did not do your sadhana anymore. Because this is our mind. Repetition makes that it becomes familiar, okay? So let us integrate ourselves. Let us make this common intention for the group, like the Sangha intention, to progress together. To not make just a nice moment. It's good, yes, the lingams will bless us anyway, will bless us, and we have videos with that, you can see. But why are we here together? To progress together, to inspire each other, to stimulate each other. And we announce that study group. We will see how to make that happen as well for you. And start again Bhagavad Gita here, and maybe on other occasions during the week I will let you know if something is starting. Wonderful. Let's go in our heart, and now let's surrender to the Guru. Again, the Guru means the one who is leading us from darkness to light. He will guide us beyond ignorance, the light of the consciousness, to see clearly. Wonderful. Now I'll give the mic to Krishna Das for Guru Gita, and you already have the words. I saw something in the chat to sing as well. Sing, because singing, it's also very, very good. Brings you directly to the heart of hearts of devotion into you. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for listening. I really feel there is such a deep listening. We are online, but there's such a deep listening between us, and that is amazing. Thank you so much. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, very happy to have you again, Swamini. We were just talking before we started. Swamini hasn't been there for so long, and what's going on? Nice.
Yeah.
So today we have verse 104 of Guru Gita. Gurum tvan kritya kritya gurum nirchitya vadataha aranye nirchale deshe sabhavet brahma rakshasaha. One who talks to the Guru rudely, argues irreverently, and speaks in insulting terms would be reborn as a demon in a waterless channel. Guruji's commentary. One who talks to the Guru rudely, argues irreverently, and speaks in insulting terms would be reborn as a demon in a waterless channel, which means in the desert. The one who speaks rudely to the Guru, argues, and who does not show any respect, insults by any means, they will fall to such a degree that they will be born as entities, demons, even lower than animals. They will be born as demons, not among people, but in places where there is nobody. Because these demons, they always find great joy in harassing people, no? But here, Bhagavan Shankara, who is also the lord of all the demons, said, I shall banish the one who rudely argues or speaks insulting to their guru. I shall banish them in a place where there will be no one to harass. So they will not even find joy in harassing or giving trouble to people. Terrible. So I can very